Hello, Tampa Bay and Japanese Pokemon card enthusiasts. Welcome back to the Passing Binder. My name is Trent. Today we're going to go under the microscope with a card that is probably a PSA 10 card, but uh, one that I don't have intentions of submitting. The reason that we're going to inspect it is because I want you guys to see what a 10 card looks like. The reason I'm not going to submit it is because this card is not meant for resale. This card's meant to be the heart of my wife's binder. So although it is in really good shape, it's the most expensive card I've bought thus far. It isn't one that I'm actively trying to submit. That being said, the condition is incredible. There's only one issue that I have with this card, and I'm not going to mention it until the end. If I forget, I'll put it in the comments. Please let me know. So let's begin. I'll switch the view here, make myself smaller and make the card a little bigger. Let's go ahead and be very careful removing the penny sleeve here. So we'll get this card out. This is a thick penny sleeve, not my favorite thing in the world. However, card's out. This is what it looks like. I know you guys will see a big picture of it here shortly, but you get a new penny sleeve. I don't want to slide it around on that one. It was I don't like the way it felt. So we'll put our penny sleeve down in front of the lens, and then we'll set the card down, and that's how we'll move it around. Kind of try and avoid touching the card as much as possible. I have these little pinchers and a guitar pick if I do need to, grab it or touch it or anything. So we just move it around by the penny sleeve down here. So we'll start by taking a look at the corners. This card, as I've already mentioned, we would have checked the centering and we would have checked the edges before we even bothered putting it under the microscope. And the card would be eliminated before it got this far. So you can typically assume that those aren't going to be issues. In this case, I know that I mentioned that this card does have one thing that that kind of held it back for me, but looking at it under the microscope, it looks considerably better for some reason. Maybe it's because I can't see it holistically, but I will mention the flaw now. This card, I don't think it's enough of one to take it out of contention by any means. I still think this is a 10 all day long, but it is a very little bit off center. I can't remember if it's a little bit to the left or right now that I've got the card down there and I don't really want to pull it up, but I'll look at it again afterwards. And but like I said, this is basically a perfect card. It may not be a Beckett 10, but this is a PSA 10, I believe. If we run this card under here, we check out all the corners. You can see all the little fingerprint marks in the printing here, and we don't have any scratches, we don't have any imperfections. The print is just phenomenal on this card, like, just looks so good. Just not seeing any scratches or flaws or any of that nature. We're coming up against that edge of the microscope there with the light, so we'll go ahead and flip the card around. Take a look at these bottom edges here. So this corner is also very clean, similar to the back here, or rather to the last corner here. Now we'll look at the back rather. So I want to be ultra careful flipping this guy over. So we'll get our penny sleeve back in there. Take extra care when you're laying these cards face down on the, especially a full art card. Kind of want to keep it on that penny sleeve as good as you can. So we'll slide this card down here. Again, there's no white marks. There's no issues here. This guy is just a shadow. Like when it kind of looks like something sticking out, but as soon as I move the card, it goes away. Like, this thing is pristine. It is in phenomenal shape. Thank you to the guy I got it from. Thank you to whoever put it in a penny sleeve right as soon as they opened it. Thank you guys. Like, card preservation these days is insanely better than it was when I was a kid. which is why it's considerably easier to find a card that is in PSA 10 condition in that's modern than as compared to the vintage ones that I'm hunting. But as you guys can see, we don't have any scratches, we don't have any white marks, all the corners are clean. I do believe that this is a PSA 10 all day long. However, as I already mentioned, this one has a special purpose, so unless she really wants to grade it, I don't think we'll be doing that. Thanks for following along. Please stay tuned to see what ones we're considering grading next. Thank you, Tampa Bay.